everyone, colleagues, participants. It is our great pleasure to participate in this event. Just a few words about our work in terms of data and artificial intelligence, and I would like to invite you to participate in our initiatives. First of all, I would like to say that we work with data a lot to make sure that the agency is actively helping developing the community. And one of the communities with which we want to work very closely, and we're doing that right now, is the data scientists community, DS community. But the effects can only be achieved when we not only work with one actor, but when we have some essential problems and tasks that we have to resolve. A few years ago, we have launched a project called the Competition of Digital Solutions. Actually, this year was the second year of its project, and these are the results of this competition. It has three stages. The regional communities and the owners of the team, they put the task. We had more than 140 tasks from various regions of the country, from various communities. This year we were joined by our colleagues from other countries, including from Kazakhstan. And we are really thankful that on the second stage, to face these challenges, we had data analysts of 6,500 analysts, data scientists joined us. We decided to resolve 19 tasks. Right now, we have a final stage. This is why we are different from all other competitions and hackathons that we work with. Our uniqueness is that on the third stage, these solutions are being implemented. The scenario of their deployment varies. Sometimes the team that won the hackathon implements and deploys the solution. In some other format, the team forms the technical scope for those who are going to do the job. And the third scenario is when those who put the tasks develops this solution by themselves. I would like to say from the start that we have quite a lot of very different tasks, and all of them are focused on benefiting an individual or a community. At the same time, not always all the tasks are being resolved by us. Another pillar of and principle of our competition is when we organize the hackathon, we ask the participants to share their open code, because this is a non-commercial, non-for-profit initiative. Yana Kovalenko will join me, and we'll talk about the tasks that we were resolving and the tasks that were not resolved. I think this is the most exciting part, maybe. Vera, thank you. Hi, everyone. On the slide, you see the tasks. Now, starting with the sad things, but we still have hope. Every year, around 130 tasks are being selected by the international companies, experts and experts from large companies, but there are some tasks that cannot be resolved, like driving down the poverty or checking the linguistic task, the national linguistic task. So that means that we have to structure it. Driving down poverty in Russia and in the world. There are 5 points we have to resolve. The most important point here is that you need to quickly and very precisely use the algorithm to search poor people and to understand their portrait, their profile, to select the proper measures The second task of future skills is something that you have to resolve. It is a challenge of the time. Now the trends are changed. Patterns of behavior and behavior of the people are changing. These technologies dictate us into what competences and skills do we have to train, what training courses do we have to prepare, and now we can see that the universities are lagging behind, because the companies have to invest in their training, because the students are graduating and they understand that their skills are not relevant anymore. And in technology, this is especially relevant. Now, I would like to talk about the tasks that the guys were able to resolve. Evgenia Mikhailikova resolved the task on digital footprint of a tourist. Guys from Mordovia Republic resolved very important task to forecast the overflow and floods. And Ilya Ovadov, they resolved the task of making closer the people who see and people who are visually impaired. We're talking about the recognition about a Braille alphabet. And I'm going to demonstrate these solutions for you right now. So the first solution that I would like to present is the analysis of the digital footprint of the tourists. We see the heat map of the presence in Chelyabinsk region. The heat map of the digital footprint was built thanks to Yandex service, which is called which analyzes the most popular words and search queries. The heat map can be set for any region. The key phrases can be set in the settings as part of the application. You can also analyze the amount of a number of target audience, and the application looks at the region, type of tourism, gender, age, and if there are any kids, and what is the marital status. Then we will have this category that we might use to promote tourism-related products in online and offline. The next solution that I would like to share with you is the forecast of the level of the water level during the overflow season. Now, the solar activity, the geography of permafrost, and the level of water on the special control points and other things are used to see the high risk of overflow of the river. And then the white zones are zones of the least risk. Important social facilities can also be placed on the map to see if they are within the risk area or not. And then on the map you can display the venues that will be used by the people to gather during the natural disaster. This is a public map, by the way. Now, another solution to make normal people and visually impaired people closer. Now, the text that is written in Braille language, you can download it in the PC-based or mobile app, and it will be recognized like that. You have it on the paper, on the image, or in the section on the right-hand side, the mathematical symbols. You have seen these solutions today that help a lot of people. More than 20 regions are implementing these solutions. Thousands of kids and many other people use the Braille recognition solution to communicate better. All these solutions are open source code. You can use them, improve them, or just use them. And we do invite you to participate in our competition. Well, I have said that we have
several capabilities like this. First off, we are now putting together a library of open data based on the huge array of tasks that we are facing every year. And you can either get a good training data sets, to confirm your hypothesis or to resolve a task. On the other hand, on our website, you can find help, even to, base your solutions, or you can find recommendations of certain software applications, the pluses and minuses. And thirdly, and perhaps lastly, we are now putting open source solutions that can certainly be used, and you can develop those solutions for the community or for individual people. So I'm also inviting you to participate in this competition. Every year our prize money increase, and hopefully next year you will be with us again, and we will help a lot of people. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. We had Vera, Adaeva and Yana Kovalenko from the Association of Strategic Initiatives, from the Agency of Strategic Initiatives. Yes, I beg your pardon. They gave us a talk on the applications of artificial intelligence for the people. Actually, questions. One of the most pressing questions. Yeah. One of the most pressing questions is, what is the most complicated thing for you in organizing the hackathons? If you talk about hackathons, they're not that difficult to organize. Most perhaps keen resource here is the analysts and the teams with whom we've got good relations, but perhaps the most difficult thing about our work is to help the community and specific managerial teams to become aware of that problem, to structure it as an objective, and to inject the relevant data into it that data analysts would find easy to use to resolve it. Yeah, I will perhaps add a thing or two. You need to put together a team with sufficient competencies to come out with a good solution, with a usable solution, and to make the algorithm good, and to get the math right behind this algorithm. Sometimes assembling a team is not a trivial task. Vera said that the data is what it is. We often see developers not wanting to resolve the task if the data is not structured, if it's not tagged, and this is another problem. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Competences of developers are important, especially with working with unstructured and untagged data. Thank you very much for this response.